Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to break down one of the most fundamental concepts in databases, the database schema. By the end of the video, you will know exactly what a schema is, how it works, and why every database needs one. So let's get started. So what exactly is a database schema? Think of it as the blueprint of your database, just like an architect draws a plan before building a house. A schema defines the structure of your database before any data goes in. It tells you what tables exactly exist, what columns those tables have, and how everything is connected. And here's the main key thing: a schema does not contain any actual data, it's purely the structure. So, there are three main things. A schema defines the structure, so meaning the tables and columns, and the rules, meaning data types and constraint, and the last relation, meaning how tables link to each other. So let's make this real with an example. Imagine you are building an app and you need to store user information. So user's table schema would look something like this. So the first column is user ID. It's an integer and it's the primary key. This means it uniquely identifies every single user. And next is the username, stored as varchar up to 50 characters. It's marked not null and unique. It's marked not null and unique. So every user must have one and no two can be the same. Then we have email, same rules, not null and unique, and it can store up to 100 characters. Then we have password. It can store up to 255 characters. So it is stored as a hashed string for security and it is not null. And finally, we have created at a timestamp that autofills when the account is created. So this entire structure before even one user sign up, this is your schema. So now let's talk about constraint because they make a schema powerful. Constraint are the rules that database enforce automatically. First is primary key, uniquely identifies every row, only one per table, and can never be null. And second, we have foreign key, links one table to another, keeps your data consistent across tables. The third, we have not null, means the field can never be left empty. And fourth, we have unique, so no two rows can have same value in that column. Then we have default, automatically fills in a value if you don't provide one. Then we have check, lets you write a custom rule like an age must be between 0 and 150. These six constraints are what you will use 90% of the time in real projects. Now let's look some real database you will actually work with. The first is MySQL. So it is one of the most powerful database, power WordPress and other e-commerce sites and web pages. Next we have Postgres. So it is great for complex queries and even JSON data. So it is used in enterprise apps. Then we have MongoDB, a NoSQL database, flexible structure, perfect for big data and real time apps. And at last we have SQLite, lightweight and embedded. You will find it inside mobile apps and for local testing. So each one has its strength. The right choice depends on your project. So let's zoom out and look at the four main types of database. So first we have relational or SQL database. So it is structured tables, strict schema and queried with SQL. So the examples of this relational database are MySQL, Postgres and Oracle. And the second one we have NoSQL. So it is a flexible schemaless and supports document graph key value pair. So we stored data in key value pair and its examples are MongoDB, Redis and Cassandra. And third we have cloud and distributed database. So it is hosted on the cloud. It can auto scale and managed by us. And the last we have the examples of cloud distributed database are Firebase, DynamoDB and Amazon Aurora. And the last we have in-memory database. So data here lives in RAM, so it is extremely fast. So the examples of this in memory databases are Redis and memcached. So it is mostly used for caching and sessions. And that's wrap up for today. So we covered what are what are schema, a real user table example, and 6 key constraints. So we have discussed about popular database example and the 4 main types of database. Now, if this helped you, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Drop any question in the comment below. I read every single one. And at last, please subscribe so you don't miss the next video. See you in the next video. Thank you.